Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to cut through the noise and get you the real insights. Today, wow, we're jumping into a real mix of basketball stories. Everything from intense international finals to a pretty shocking NBA scandal, some major roster moves, and even a huge collectible sale. We've looked at game breakdowns, deep investigative pieces, insider notes, all that stuff to give you the clearest view.
Yeah, it's a lot to unpack, definitely. And what we're going to try and do is, connect the dots for you, see how these different stories, they kind of link up. They tell you about league strategy, player value, even the money side of the game. Our goal is just to walk you through it, help you see what really matters in all this.
Exactly. And let's kick things off on the international stage because the EuroBasket Finals are set. Turkey versus Germany. Both teams had some pretty spectacular semifinal wins to get there. Tell us about those games.
Okay, so Turkey just completely dominated Greece. 94-68. It was a defensive masterclass, really. Germany, meanwhile, they had a tougher fight but got past Finland. For Turkey, Alperen Sengun was, well, he was everywhere against Greece. 15 points, 12 boards, 6 assists, 2 steals, a block. Just a massive all-around game. Shane Larkin was key running the offense, and C.D. Osman kept scoring consistently.
And Germany. Dennis Schroeder. Wow.
Yeah.
He was just something else against Finland. 26 points, 12 assists, 5 rebounds, 4 threes, just unstoppable. And Franz Wagner backed him up perfectly, right? 22 points, 5 rebounds. Big-time performances from their stars.
Oh, absolutely. Statement games. Turkey's win, like I said, it was all about defense, especially how they shut down Giannis. Held him to 12 points on 6 for 13 shooting. That's almost unheard of for Giannis. He was minus 30 in that game.
Minus 30.
Yeah, Sengun anchored it, but his passing, too, did you see that wraparound pass to the corner? Incredible vision. And then Schroeder, for Germany, he's building this amazing international legacy. He doesn't just score, he controls the whole game. Germany needs him.
Okay, so now they face off. Turkey versus Germany for the title. What are the key things to watch? Who's got the edge here? Where's this game going to be won or lost, do you think?
It's a really interesting contrast in styles. My gut maybe slightly leans towards Turkey, mostly because of their inside game, Sengun especially. That double big lineup they run has been just lights out, creates real mismatch problems. But Germany's overall efficiency is just wow. Top scoring team, second in field goal percentage, third in free throws, third in rebounding. And their guard play with Schroeder leading the way. That's a big weapon against Turkey's size.
Sounds like a real clash then.
Yeah.
Any specific stats or matchups we should keep an eye on? Things that could really swing it?
Offensive rebounding for sure. Germany's wings. Franz Wagner in particular, they have to hit the glass. Can't give Turkey easy second chances. Three-point shooting, obviously always key. But digging a bit deeper, free throws. This could be the hidden difference maker.
Right, free throws.
Yeah, think about it. Germany shoots over 80% from the line. Turkey's around 73%. Now, 7% might not sound like a huge gap, but in a final, when defenses are locked in, every point matters. Those free points are critical. It's psychological too, right? Making free throws builds confidence, puts pressure on the other team. Missing them, that can kill momentum, especially late.
That's a great point. Often overlooked.
Exactly. So, yeah, it'll be tight, going to be intense. But I kind of feel Germany, with Schroeder and Wagner firing, might just edge it out.
Okay, a bold prediction. We'll see how that plays out. Let's shift gears, though, from on-court intensity to some off-court drama. There's new info about the LA Clippers and Kawhi Leonard, and it sounds like, well, potentially a major salary cap issue. How serious is this?
Oh, this is a huge story. And the details, the alleged paper trail, that's what makes it so compelling. So get this. A Clippers minority owner, Dennis Swung, apparently sends $1.99 million to Aspiration, this company linked to Kawhi. And this happens just 9 days before Kawhi himself gets $1.75 million from Aspiration. And the report says Swung's company had, never put money into Aspiration before that point. Ever.
Whoa, okay. That timing looks suspicious, to say the least.
Very. Why right then? Why that amount? It definitely raises eyebrows.
And this connects to older rumors, doesn't it, about Kawhi's deal with Aspiration?
Exactly. It adds fuel to those existing allegations about a potential no-show contract. The idea that Kawhi was paid way more than other celebs for duties he maybe didn't even do. And it gets deeper. The reported $28 million deal with Aspiration, apparently that wasn't all. He also allegedly got another $20 million in company stock, but from the CEO, Sandberg's personal holdings.
So a total package potentially worth $48 million, outside the official contract.
That's the allegation. And it kind of echoes those reports from back in 2019, remember? When Kawhi's uncle was supposedly asking for ownership stakes, a plane, a house, guaranteed endorsement money.
Right, I remember that list.
Yeah. So if true, It suggests a pattern, trying to find ways around the cap to land a superstar.
This sounds like something the league would take very seriously.
Sure.
What's Adam Silver said about this kind of thing?
Silver's been pretty upfront. He said the NBA doesn't need proof beyond a shadow of a doubt. Circumstantial evidence can be enough. He even kind of quipped that the league's own investigators might only find a third of what Pablo Torre turns up, which tells you they expect to find something significant. And the optics are just bad. A minority owner pumping money into a struggling company aspiration had apparently just laid off 20% of its staff, seemingly to help pay a player. It looks terrible. And for the league, especially with this new second tax apron and all the stricter rules trying to ensure competitive balance, letting teams sneak around the salary cap just undermines everything. If this stuff is proven, expect the league to come down hard. It has to send a message.
Yeah, definitely feels like this could have big ripple effects. Okay, let's move on to some roster news, actual player moves. The Knicks brought back Landry Shamet. One-year deal. Kind of surprising, maybe, given his regular season. What's the logic there?
Well, yeah, his regular season was inconsistent. Defensively, not great sometimes. Shot was up and down. But the Knicks are banking on his playoff performance, specifically against the Pacers. That's the key here.
Ah, okay. He did have some big moments then.
He really did. Shot 54% from three in that series. Showed some toughness defensively, navigated screens way better than usual. He gave them a real boost, a morale lift. And importantly, he seems okay with maybe not having a huge defined role every night. Unlike maybe, say, a Ben Simmons or a Malcolm Brogdon. So it's kind of a low-risk move on a guy who showed up when they really needed him, fits a specific niche.
Okay, that makes sense. Playoff performers get rewarded. Now, over in Brooklyn, Cam Thomas took his qualifying offer, just $6 million. That leaves the Nets about $650,000 under the salary floor. We got to add salary, right? How they handle that, any potential trade partners.
Yeah, that's the tricky part for Brooklyn. They have to reach the salary floor, that 90% of the cap spending minimum. With Thomas taking less and assuming they waive some minimum guys, they'll actually be like $7 million short. So they need to add salary, no question.
So who could they deal with?
Well, this could open doors. Maybe a team like Philly. The Sixers are trying to move some salary, maybe Andre Drummond or Kelly Oubre Jr. so they can sign Quentin Grimes. Drummond's on a $5 million expiring deal. He seems like a prime candidate for a salary dump. Maybe Philly even throws in a second-round pick to get it done. Nets get the salary they need plus an asset.
Interesting. So they could turn this into a positive. Any other possibilities?
Definitely. The Nets also want to keep some cap flexibility, around $15 million, heading towards the trade deadline for potentially bigger deals. So maybe look at Boston. The Celtics might be trying to duck under the luxury tax, especially with Tatum's Achilles injury being a concern. Could there be a deal involving Anthony Simons? He's got a $26.7 million expiring contract.
Whoa, Simons, that'd be a big swing.
It would. Maybe Boston sends Simons to Brooklyn for, say, Cam Thomas and Ziaire Williams plus a first-round pick.
Yeah.
Boston saves money, avoids deeper tax issues. Brooklyn gets a valuable expiring deal, hits the floor, and keeps future options open. Just spitballing, but those are the kinds of scenarios that could pop up.
Lots of moving parts there. Okay, and one more trade rumor. The Lakers apparently sniffing around Andrew Wiggins, but Miami seems hesitant to trade him. What's the deal with Wiggins in Miami?
Yeah, Wiggins is interesting. Obviously a solid two-way guy, former All-Star, won a ring, career 18.5 points per game, good player. But the word is Miami actually wants to unlock more from him. They think they can use him better.
How so?
They see potential using him more in the pick and roll as the ball handler. He's pretty efficient there, 0.9 points per possession. Similar to Harrow, actually. Yeah. And in post-ups, too, he scored 1.21 PPP in the post last year, which was better than Jimmy Butler.
Wow, really? Better than Butler in the post.
On that specific play type, yeah. And he's always been a great cutter, like 1.36 PPP on cuts with Golden State. Elite stuff. So Miami thinks a full training camp, getting him comfortable in their system, they can really maximize what he brings.
So Miami isn't eager to move him, but the Lakers are still interested. How likely is a deal then? What would the Lakers offer?
Well, the reports, like from Dan Wyke, suggest the Lakers don't want to give up those really valuable future picks, 2031, 2032. They're probably floating packages around guys like D'Angelo Russell, maybe Dalton Knecht. But Miami values Wiggins pretty highly. They're unlikely to bite on an offer like that, especially without getting significant future assets back.
So Lakers want him cheap, Heat value him higher. Classic standoff.
Pretty much. Lakers want the right price. Miami isn't selling low. It really shows that balancing act teams face trying to improve now without mortgaging the future too much, especially for versatile wings like Wiggins.
Man, we've covered a ton of ground. EuroBasket, the Clippers stuff, all these roster moves. Before we wrap, let's hit a couple of quicker kind of fun items from around the league. Did you see that Tim Duncan rookie card of precious metal gems? One sold for over $233,000.
Insane. Right, that price is just wild. But it really shows you how much that high-end collectibles market values rarity and, iconic players. PMGs are legendary cards. Super rare, maybe only 10 made, distinctive look. And for a guy like Duncan, spotless reputation, undeniable legend, that card's not just cardboard, it's like a piece of history. So yeah, big money, but it highlights how valuable that rare memorabilia is.
Crazy stuff. And speaking of legends, Victor Wembanyama spent time this offseason training with Hakeem Olajuwon. Remember they met at the Final Four? Guess it led to something more.
Yeah, that's super exciting to hear. Now, the big question everyone asks is, can Wemby actually learn the dream shake?
Right, at 7'5".
I mean, Olajuwon's footwork was just unique, so intricate, maybe tough to fully replicate. I actually think Wemby might get more benefit from mastering Hakeem's turnaround one-hand hook shot.
Yeah.
Or that fadeaway. Imagine Wemby hitting a dream fadeaway from his release point. Just unguardable.
Yeah, that would be terrifying for defenses.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And he's not just working on post stuff, right? He trained with Jamal Crawford, too, working on his handle. Shows he wants that complete offensive package. Only thing is, he's still got to fill out that frame. Even bulking up, stronger centers might try to bully him. So developing those finesse moves, having counters, that's going to be even more important for him against the physical guys.
What a day. Seriously, from EuroBasket Finals down to Wemby, learning from Hakeem, covering the whole spectrum.
Yeah, it's been a lot. But you see how it all connects, right? The championship chase, the money games off the court, player development, it's all part of this huge, constantly changing NBA world. Always something new, always another layer to peel back. Keeps it interesting.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for diving deep with us today. Lots to chew on. Until next time, make sure you check out our other episodes.